Hey, welcome back. I should know where to go. I'm alright, don't worry about me, I'm fine. I was going to talk about, I went to a church on Sunday, all by myself, well, not by myself. Did I talk about the lady next door who invited me to church? And I went. So that was good. I didn't even talk about this part, but I went to her apartment on Friday and actually went inside. It was weird. I don't go inside people's apartments. I don't do that. And people's houses. I saw this in the walkthrough. Eat. I was really uncomfortable, but it did feel like the longer I was in there, I was just like, oh, we're just being two normal people here. I'm supposed to run away. I don't know, did I have a note about being at the lady's house? It was bad, but I guess I tried to force myself to do those things so that I complain about it to my therapist. That's kind of a true point that I was thinking. I do just do these things, I would never be able to do them before. But one of the big reasons that I couldn't do it before is I had no reason to put myself through all that. And now I do have a reason. It's because of therapy. How do I explain it? Oh yeah, somebody commented and they told me how to fix the glitching thing, and I tried to do it but it didn't work, so I don't know. How much time do you want me to spend on trying to figure that out? It's not a big deal. If I wasn't in therapy and that lady asked me to come over to her house or to come to church with her even, I'd be like, no, because I don't want to do that. I know I'm not going to get anything out of it. Oh, I have to run away. Why am I doing this? Can I run? But now when I do things like that, it's I did a thing. It was I'm working, this is all I'm all working towards something, and this is part of on my way to my goals or whatever. And even if it's terrible, well, now I have something I can talk about with the therapist. And I'm always worried about I'm never gonna have anything to talk about. So now at least I have something. Ooh, that was bad. Sorry, Mario. Oh, wait, I thought the letter was up here. Uh-oh. It must be down there somewhere. Am I crazy? Here it is. Nope. Where did I just go? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. Okay, did that make any sense at all? When I had to do social things before, I avoided them because I knew I wasn't gonna like them, because I never liked doing anything social. But then I also didn't get anything out of it. So then it would just be a bad experience, and I would go home and just feel bad about myself. But now that I'm doing therapy, it's I'm working towards something by doing it and being even if it's just to be see, therapist, I told you so. I told you I was gonna hate it. That's still part of it. And it still kind of motivates me to do it. When I was sitting in this lady's house, I was well, I'm doing this for therapy. I gotta do this. It's weird and I don't like it, but I gotta do it. I mean, I'm trying. I mean, I tried to talk to her. But I don't know. I don't like him. I never liked it. I'm never gonna like him. I was gonna talk about church because I went to a church with this lady, and it was pretty interesting experience. The first thing I wanted to mention is, like, everybody there was super nice to me. And everybody there was, but like nice in a real way, not nice in like a fake way. It felt real, and they were like, "Oh, you're here, and that's so cool. Like, where you come from? That's awesome." And that was nice. I don't hate that. And I felt like I had something to actually say. Like, I felt like it was interesting. The thing when I was at home, I always felt like I'm not interesting. I'm just like boring, and I just go to work, and I live stupid apartment. But now I'm like, oh, I moved. I just moved last week, and oh wow, you just moved from New Jersey? That's crazy. That is kind of interesting thing to talk about. Now if I went back for a second week, that's where we would get into trouble, because now I don't know what to say, because we already did all the interesting stuff, and now it's just like me, and I'm boring. I don't know what to say after that. Carry me. I think I want to equip that, because maybe that can hurt the guys. Let's see what we have here. Quake hammer. That's much better, right? Mario's in danger. Enemies sometimes fail to attack. Okay, let's just do that. Boom, 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 boom. Oops. Okay. Let's do the thing. Whoa. Bubble. Okay, that didn't really do anything. But yeah, okay, so I said everything. People are very nice there, but it was very conservative, and I can even just tell from one visit. I don't know, I feel like you don't, maybe this isn't true, but like around my area in New Jersey, I felt like you didn't get those kind of places that were like, it kind of scared me a little bit. Like, it was a little creepy. Like, oh, these are these churches that you see on TV that are like, it's just, I don't know how else to explain it. Well, here's something. He talked about, here's one example. In his sermon, he talked about watching a Facebook video, which, first of all, is like, uh-oh, don't do that. The pastor's watching Facebook videos, that's not a good sign. And he was like, it was this woman in a city council meeting, and she was talking about how in middle school they were teaching this book, and in this book it was like had these pornographic things, and he's like, that's so terrible, I can't even talk to you about it. The weird thing is, like, I had actually seen that video because I was watching Hasanabi, which I have to stop doing, and he was watching it. And the problem with the pastor was, like, he was saying his sermon was on the end times and, like, Revelation, and how, like, the world is drifting away from God, and that means that it's gonna be bad for us, like the end times are coming. And Christians like talking about the end times because the end times kind of work out pretty good for us because we get to go to heaven, but everybody else I don't know, I guess the Antichrist like goes around sticking people with pitchforks and stuff. And so it does seem like some Christians sometimes they're a little bit too excited about the world ending because they're like, well, we get to go. It makes sense, but gotta get the timing down for this. Ooh, that was not good. I can do better than that. So I guess the Quake Hammer was kind of a mistake, right? I gotta keep... Okay. This is taking some brain power. What do I want to say about the church? End time stuff, yikes. A couple times people mentioned how smart the pastor is. That's something I think these nice old people don't think they're very smart, so they'll defer to this charismatic dude with a fake tan and puffed hair. I don't want to be mean to the pastor, but like he did come across as like this very mega churchy guy, like you see, and they're like, they have these big personalities and like this hair that's like perfectly perfect, and I think he had a fake tan, I don't know. That's like, we live in upstate New York, how's he getting a tan like that? And so I think a couple people mentioned twice. They're like, oh, his sermons are a little bit complicated, but like, don't worry about it. He's a really smart guy, and he's really... I think they were worried about me leaving because I didn't understand the sermon, but that's not really what was happening. Like, I understood it, but I just didn't like it. I have a lot more to say about this, but I guess I'll say it tomorrow. Just about the actual... I'm sure I've talked about it before. Because just sermons about the end times, about the topic of the world getting further away from God. Yeah, I've talked about that before. But, like, I don't see that. I don't see the world drifting away from God. And people are like, oh, the further we drift from God, the worse things are going to get, because God's going to, like, abandon us. Or something like that. But yeah, I definitely don't see that. I don't see it that way. I don't think that the world 200 years ago or 100 years ago was more godly. I just don't see that. And like if your anecdotal, I wish there was a way to measure this, but you can find anecdotal examples everywhere you go. Like you looking on Facebook and being like, oh, there's this stuff in this children, and like, really? That's your example about the world drifting from God, is like a school that has a book in the library that this lady had to dig through hundreds of other books to find. Like, yeah, fine, okay, you brought it up to us, and it's like kind of weird. So, okay, well, we won't read the book in middle school. We'll take it out of the middle school. Okay, problem solved. I don't know. But yeah, I guess that's it for... Oh, I gotta beat this guy though, don't I? I think I can beat him today. How much health does he have? I'm just gonna do one more super attack and see if it kills him. No, well, let's do one more. Come on. Zero? Zero? Ah, I thought I was gonna get zero. Nope. Okay, he's pretty good. So this is gonna take some time now. Oop, just got it. Okay. I should do that. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow I might talk a little bit more about... I'll talk about church stuff. I have more church and religion stuff to talk about, I think. So, see you tomorrow. Thanks.